Good morning, teachers and fellow students. My name is Nisini and I'm currently 15 years old. I'm a student at SMK Aipute and my school code is CEB 4035. I would like to tell you more about myself before the book review section. I enjoy studying SMK Aipute. I love my friends, teachers, and the learning environment there. My highest achievement in academics is getting the Best Student Award in 2023 when I received first place in my Form 1 final exam. This award was given to students who showed outstanding academic performance. While for co-curriculum activities, I'm proud to represent my school's Chinese Club to participate in calligraphy competition at SJKC Tamatas. This competition was a Kuantan district level in 2024. Well, for this year, 2025, I'm proud to represent my school to participate in a Hippo English Olympiad competition in March. I am also an executive committee member of my Chinese school in my school. I like to read and exercise during my free time because both activities help me relax and stay balanced. When it comes to books, I enjoy reading comedy and mystery books the most. I love how comedy books makes me laugh and lift my mood, whilst mystery books keep me curious and thinking. One of my favorite authors is David Williams. His books are full of humor, heart, and sometimes even a bit of mystery. I've read one of his books, which is The Ice Monster. But today, I'm going to share a book that is truly inspiring, which is a book by Nick Vujicic, Stand Strong. This book was published in 2014 by Waterbook Press and consists of 213 pages. Why I chose this book? I've always been interested in stories about real-life challenges. I wanted to read something that will make me think differently, and this one really did. First, let's get to know a little about Nick Vujicic. Nick Vujicic is a motivational speaker and writer, born in 1982, with a rare condition called tetraamelia syndrome, meaning that he was born without arms and legs. Despite his physical condition, he has become a powerful voice of hope and resilience around the world. He has spoken in over 60 countries and inspired millions of people with his life story. Through his speeches and books, he encourages people to overcome bullying and other stuff that keeps us down. Now, let's dive straight into the book itself. This book consists of 11 chapters, talking about helping young people to overcome bullying and tough times. Nick shares his own experiences with bullying and shows how we can find confidence, stand up for ourselves, and never let others bring us down. He gives simple tips on how to stay strong, make good friends, and stay positive no matter what. First, I'm going to share 4 chapters which I found the most interesting and helpful. I'm going to share chapter 1, Why Me? Why You? This chapter was mainly written for teens and young adults who are experiencing bullying. Bullying is harmful behavior that can be verbal, physical, or online. It affects victims emotionally and mentally. In Malaysia, some bullying cases in schools or universities have even led to serious injuries or death. It's important for schools and students to take bullying seriously and create a safe environment for everyone. In this chapter, it focuses on how to overcome bullying and low self-esteem. Other than that, it teaches us how to find confidence, stand up for ourselves, and live with a purpose. For example, I've learned that our values are unshakable. we take responsibility for our own life. Secondly, I've learned that bullies can't define us because we already define ourselves. Lastly, Nick teaches us that our family and friends will stand up for us, and we have to believe that strongly, as we will for them too. Next, I'm going to talk about Chapter 3, Owning It. Nick talks about how important it is to know your value. He says that if you don't know how valuable you are, it's very easy to believe those negative things people say about you. When Nick was younger, people would laugh at him or even call him names just because the way he looked. For a while, he believed those hurtful words. But over time, he realized that they were wrong and their opinions didn't define who he was. Once he started seeing his own worth, the bullying didn't affect him as much. Nick explains how our values guide our actions. He emphasizes choosing a positive path in life based on strong values like honesty, kindness, and courage. These values act like an armor, protecting us from the negativity of bullies. Thirdly, I'm going to talk about Chapter 5, Create Your Safety Zone. It teaches us to build inner strength, a kind of defense system in your mind. Nick teaches strategies to develop emotional strength so that we can feel safe and confident no matter what others say or do. Instead of fighting back with anger, Nick says it's better to stay calm and confident. He reminds us that we don't need to react to every insult. The more we believe in ourselves, the less powers bullies have. It's not always easy, but he says this kind of mental strength is what helped him the most. Lastly, I'm going to talk about Chapter 11, Stand Up to Stop Bullying. Nick points out how important it is to have the right people around you. He says we need friends who support us and make us feel good about ourselves. Sometimes, when you're being bullied, you might feel like you have to change just to fit in. But Nick reminds us that true friends like us for who we really are, and that's the kind of people we should stick with. He also says we can actually use our pain to help others. Nick shares how his own experiences with bullying gave him the strength to speak up and inspire people all over the world. This book is incredibly important because it teaches young people to develop strength from within. It doesn't just give motivation, it gives practical strategies. That's what makes it so powerful. Reading Stand Strong gave me many new insights. One powerful thing I learned is that our true powers come from within. Bullies may attack us with words or actions, but it cannot defeat us unless we allow them to. This book also teaches me important moral values, like standing up for ourselves, taking responsibility for our own life, and never judge people by their appearances. Nick's life is a testimony to the fact that we can all live with a purpose, even if we face hardships. A powerful lesson from this book is we should never let others determine our worth. Each of us has values, and we have to believe that strongly. We should also learn to forgive and help others who are being hurt. Do I recommend this book? Definitely. I highly recommend this book to those who are experiencing bullying, not just for teens and young adults too. This book I recommend because it delivers a powerful message of hope and strength around the world. By reading this book, you can learn many ways to overcome bullying and tips to make you even stronger. The language is simple and conversational, easy to understand. Lastly, I want to thank Nick Vujicic for sharing his own life stories and wisdom in Stand Strong. His words have changed the way I look at others and myself. Before reading this book, I couldn't accept my failure and mistakes I've done before. But after reading this book, I realized that it's okay to make mistakes. Everyone is imperfect. I believe this book can help build a generation of kindness, honesty, and courageous young people. And that's all from me. I hope you will like this book as much as I love it. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Xinyi. Thank you for your sharing today. I have 4 questions to ask you. Okay. Through your sharing, we know that Nick is a motivational speaker and writer. Are there any books from him that you would like to recommend to your friends?
Well, there are 2 books I want to recommend. The first one is In Life Without Limits. In this book, he talks about how he faced challenges despite the fact that he was born without arms and legs. And it teaches us how to believe in ourselves. And the other book is Unstoppable. It explains how we face hardships, how we face adversities with a strong spirit. Both of these books are reader-friendly, especially for teenagers and young adults.
That's good. Second questions. We know that reading brings a lot of benefit. So can you tell us how reading helps you in your life?
Well, reading helps me in my life a lot. Well, for reading, it can open my mind and it can increase general knowledge. Well, for me, I like writing, so it can help me improve my writing. And plus, reading can be a form of entertainment. Instead of playing phones, watch TV, or just play with computer games, you can just read books.
That's good. You told us also you like exercise when you are free.
Yes.
So can you share with us about the exercise that you enjoy most?
Well, the exercise that I enjoy most is probably yoga because it helps me reduce stress and stay balanced. Plus, it can help me to increase flexibility.
Okay. And last questions. How can you help your friends when they were bullied?
Well, if my friends are being bullied, I will first talk to them and assure if she's okay. And I will encourage her to talk to people who she trusts, like teachers or adults. And I will stand up for her if the bullies attack us again.
Alright. Thank you again for your sharing and your answers. Thank you, Xinyi.